Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bar. If you want to see how I achieve this look, let's dive right in. So after going in with my 24K goal, I do go in with that primer. You know, you gotta prime. It's a very essential part. You gotta put that in. I am using the L'Oreal Magic Primer. So after that, now I do go in with to my brows. I dig straight into my brows, and I use that pencil to do my brows. If it is that it's too light and I really don't like how light my brows look, I do go in with an eyebrow filler, just a little tip on that eyebrow filler, just to get those brows looking as natural as possible. After going in with my brows, I do go back in with that pencil, just to edit and, adjust any little part that needs to be adjusted. Then I do dive in straight to concealing. I do use for my concealer I do use a concealer that is a shade lighter, or probably 2 shades lighter than my skin tone for my eyebrows. And I use a J Manuel concealer in ash brown cocoa. I do go on both top and bottom of my eyebrows, but you'll see how I do when I do what I do. So after going in on the bottom part of my eyebrows, as you can see there, I use my fingers to fade it out a bit. So after going in on the bottom part of my eyebrows, I do go on the edge of the top. I don't go fully over because I want that front part of my eyebrows to look as natural as possible. So I do go only on the edges to get that arch up. You gotta get that arch up and running. Okay, so after going in with my concealer and doing that, snatching those eyebrows up, baby girl, those are twins, not even sisters, okay? Twins. I like my eyebrows looking natural as possible. So after that, now I do tape those eyebrows, those eyelids up to do my eyeshadow because I want a sharp look. Please do not pay that lady in the background any mind. She's my mother and she's just loud. But anyways, so I do want my eyeshadows to look very sharp. I was gonna go in with that color that I did yesterday, but nah, I'm using a different color. I'm using a drugstore, a beauty supply store eyeshadow. I'm using the LA Girl eyeshadow palette that I bought at a beauty supply store, and I'm using the darkest color in it. And I only use one color over my eyes, one color, and I dig in on that color. You don't want to go spread it all the way up to the eyeshadow, to the eyebrows. Sorry, eyeshadow to the eyebrows. You don't want to spread it all the way up because you want that defined look. So you only go on the lid of the eyebrows, of the eyelids. What am I talking about? Anyways, so after that, you take those babies off and put that mascara on so that I could do my eyelashes. Keep up mixing up the words. But anyways, so for my eyelashes, I do like putting them on before putting my foundation and highlights and contour because my eyes tend to run water when I try to put my lashes on, and I don't want that to mess up my highlights and contour on anything. So I put my lashes on first. So if any water if you run, it just run and done. And you know me, I use that ear glue really hard girl style. I don't use adhesive. I can't use that shit. So I use that hair glue. So after doing my lashes, I dive straight in. And I say straight in on that foundation. And for my foundation, I am using Black Radiance Color Perfect Liquid Makeup, oil free. It is not matte, but I tell you, this works wonders. It's probably like $5 at the drugstore. $5, and I'm using the color Cashmere. It works wonders. I do use a brush to apply my foundation because I think I like my foundation coverage full. I like full coverage on my foundation, and I don't think the beauty blender gives me that, so I use the brush instead. The beauty blender sucks up all of that foundation that I need to spread all over my face to hide those blemishes, even though I really don't have any. But I just like a full coverage, like, don't come for me. So for my persons that like a full coverage, go in with that brush, not the beauty blender. The beauty blender comes in right here when I apply that concealer under my eyes to highlight. And I'm going in with my LA Girl concealer in the shade Toffee. I do go 2 shades lighter. My beauty blender needed some water, and I didn't remember to cut this part out, and I am not with it, so stick with me here, bear with me. So anyways, after all of that, we going with that beauty blender. This is where the beauty blender comes in handy, because you don't want too much concealer under the eyes, and you don't want too much of a bright concealer either. You use a bright powder, a light powder, but not a light concealer. That's the trick. You use a concealer that's 2 shades lighter than your skin tone, which is toughy for me. And then after going in with that concealer, I do add a little bit on my forehead sometimes when I feel like it, and under my chin. After going in with that concealer, I hit that Maybelline Shine Free Loose Powder. I paid $5. By the way, I like fixing my brows after that because, it kind of get a little messed up. But that Maybelline Shine Free Loose Powder, okay, in the color Light. As I said before, you go in with a light powder, but not a light concealer. Something like 2 shades lighter than your skin tone. I don't bake. This is actually not baking. I am going to brushes, use the bottom of my sponge to get rid of all of that. I don't bake. I really don't, because I think it makes the skin very ashy, even though this powder doesn't make your skin ashy. But yeah, I paid $5 for this powder, and I got it in the color Light. So after going in with that loose powder, I'm going in with my pressed powder, which is Black Radiance again, and it is in the color Rich Mahogany. It is a bit darker. It's 2 shades darker than my skin tone, so I do use it to contour, and it gives me that finished look. I use a loose brush to do my contour so that I can, in the meantime of contouring, I can brush off that excess powder as well, so my face does not look too dry and ashy with the loose powder, even though I said the loose powder is definitely not ashy. Now I'm gonna snatch that nose up with the same pressed powder. I'm gonna contour that nose. Okay, alright, after snatching all of that nose up, yeah, my big nose of them always a trouble about snatching that up, I do go with my eyeliner that I bought at Sephora for $10. When I tell you that my heart melted when I had to spend $10, because I love the color. I know I probably could have found something cheaper in a drugstore, probably the same color, even close or something, but I was already in Sephora at the time, and I said, you know what, let me just I'm so cheap, so let me just use it. Now, if you're gonna use a light pencil under your eye, if you're gonna use an eyeshadow, white or anything, you want to put mascara on your lower lids. Now I'm going in with that Fenty highlighter in my tear duct. Yes, girl. And I got that Fenty highlighter. This is actually a sample product, and it is in the color Hustler Baby. I love Hustler Baby. I'm not doing my Dollar Tree highlighter. I will be doing a video on that though. Anyways, so after that, I'm going in on with the Hustler Baby on my cheeks. But first, let's add that bronze illuminating drop. I got this drop for $3 in JC Penney. $3. And I think when I use this drop and then I use a beauty blender to, like, put that in my skin, and then I use the highlighter over that. I think it just gives the highlighter a more defined shine. Like, look at that. Look at that. Yes, I think it just gives the highlighter a definition. Even though that highlighter really does not need it. Cause look at that nose. I did not add a drop on that nose, but look at that nose. It's snatched. Okay. Okay. So after that, I'm going to my Fenty lip gloss, and this again is a sample product. I got the two of them for $10. The Hustler Baby and the lip gloss in Sephora. And I do like to put my lip gloss on first before I outline, because I think when you outline afterwards, it kind of adds like a dark spot like on the inside, and you don't want that. You just want the outlining. So I do put my lip gloss on first. And you can use any lip gloss, to be honest. I have a Black Radiance lip gloss that I love and adore. I paid like probably $2 for that Black Radiance lip gloss, and I love that lip gloss, but I want to use a Fenty. So after that, I'm going in with my hair, doing my hair a bit, fixing those edges so those edges can look snatched all the way up. I thought I cut this part out, but I didn't. And I really am not with it. Like, this is my first time editing and putting together my YouTube video, and you know what? You're gonna have to just bear with me until I get it right, okay? So after fixing up my edges, that's how I fix my edges, and I use the Got2b glue to do my edges. Girl, if you don't have yourself some Got2b glue, you need it, especially if you have natural hair. And here they don't sell it in Jamaica, but again, if you want it, you can DM me, text me, I could get it to you. Okay, I am the plug, the goat. Okay. So after that, I set my face with my setting spray, which is the rose water. I use the rose water to set my face. Yes, I do. I really do. So I set my face with that rose water. Yes, girl. You can find that in a cupboard. Any Jamaican, yeah, they go. You find that in a cupboard. And that's it. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.